Hello. We're gonna add some weapon effects. So when we fire the weapon, we want to do a spawn emitter at location. That'll be for the muzzle flash. And we want to spawn sound at location. Maybe spawn sound attached. Let's just spawn sound attached. I over here pre-did this because this is something I don't like messing with this too much. So what I did was, whenever we press up, so when we press up, if we're on 1 and now we're on 2 slot, and we don't use these animations now. We use animation blueprints. You can get rid of these. If we're on 1, we switch to 2, both on scroll down and scroll up. I set secondary weapon to current weapon. If we're on 2 and we switch to 1, I set primary weapon to current weapon. I did it up here too, primary weapon to current weapon. Whenever you're on 2 and you switch to 1, when you're on 1 and switch to 2, set secondary to current weapon. We also need to come down to attaching primary weapon for the indexing error where we haven't switched weapons yet, and these aren't set into current weapon. I want to do it at the beginning of the game. So I want to get current weapon reference, set it, output the reference to the primary weapon that I spawn. I want that to now be that variable is primary weapon that I set here first. Otherwise, it'll have nothing in current weapon. And when we set this up, which is a map method, I want to go weapon class emitter. Weapon class emitter. This is set up for weapon class and particle system. So it comes like this. Single. Mine is weapon parent BP. If I click the variable type button and make it a map, I can go to the second button and type in particle system for this example. Particle system, get the object reference. Drag that out here, and you want to use the map operations, and the one I want to use is find, so that you can plug the key in, which is my purple weapon parent class, and retrieve the value, which is particle system, and that goes in here. Player character has our current weapon, and that's the one we want to make the emitter. I want to get current weapon. Here's current weapon. I want to get the class of that because this reads in class references, not object references. So I can get the gun, say it's my pistol, but I want to get it in class form. Plug that in here. I don't want to know exactly which pistol it is. I want to know what kind of actor it is. Location. And I want to get the socket transform. The weapon skeletal mesh of muzzle flash. That's the name of the muzzles in this pack. Muzzle flash. I want to split that. I would actually like to use spawn emitter attached. Let's get spawn emitter attached. We'll do all that again real quick. Just plug the map key, the map value in. Plug the transform of the socket muzzle flash. Attached component is the weapon skeletal mesh. We have that up here. But we want to get the current weapon skeletal mesh. Attach point name is muzzle flash. Oops. Keep world position. Turn off auto destroy pulling method auto release. And let's test the effects. Let's set the map. So we want to set it. Assault rifle, I want to be assault rifle, muzzle flash. If I add a map element, I can get pistol, and I want it to be pistol, muzzle flash. Test. Okay, so there's muzzle flash for the rifle. If I scroll, there's a pistol flash. So we don't have pistol animation set up for the animation blueprint. Once we get this sound working, we'll go over and we'll fix that really fast. We want to get a weapon class sound cue. Change the value to sound cue. Now we can get this. We can find the value we want based on the current weapon reference class. Just like the other one with the same, we want whatever's in our hand at the moment. The current weapon reference, we want that gun. We want this weapon. So for this, we get player character reference that we get at the beginning of a begin play. Current weapon reference, which is in the player character. I get the mesh of that current weapon reference. We're getting the socket, we're getting the class of it. We're using that to use our map variables. Hash point name is muzzle flash. We can use the same socket transform. Keep world position. Attenuation settings. If you go to the rifle cue, you can change the pitch. It's 1 by default, mine is 1.5. Pistol cue is 1. These are the pistol cues. This is the pistol cue, this is the rifle fire cue. We can try this and see what this does. Okay, so it didn't because we didn't set the map. Let's set the map. Assault rifle. Assault rifle. Pistol, rifle fire cue. And pistol is type fire. Pistol B fire cue. That's really fast. Go over to our animation blueprint as an added bonus to this video and fix this up. And a BP. And graph and event graph. This is the player character and BP, yes. Let's drag this off. We don't have pistol set. So if we go to the player character and we check when the secondary current weapon. So if we let's create an enum for the purposes of, well, we can do, let's create an enum for the purposes of the animation. Go to blueprints, create enumeration, weapon, equips enumeration, save it. I want 2 enumerators. I want assault rifle, display names, and pistol. I also want to have one none. Go to the player character. Let's find that enumeration. I'm going to name it because I know I can find it. Weapon equipped enumeration. Weapon equipped enumeration. After we set each weapon, we're going to need this 4 times. 2, 3, 4. We'll just set it to the weapon we have equipped. This is secondary, so this is pistol. This one's assault rifle. This one's assault rifle because it's on the bottom. This is on top, so it's pistol. Secondary weapon, primary weapon. And then if I go over to NBP, I can find that enumeration. Weapon equipped enumeration. Weapon equipped enumeration. I can get that enumeration out here, and I can blend poses by enumeration. Blend poses by enum. Weapon equipped enumeration. If you right click the output pose, you can add your display names. I added pistol and assault rifle. I want to add this pose into assault rifle pose. But I don't have a pistol blend space. But I can work with what I've got. I can get pistol idle pistol. I can get this blend space. I can get the layered blend per bone with, that's one of these, I think. Do it like this. Do pistol like this. Default like that. You can switch this over to, by default, I want to give it this pose again. If you drag this pose out and if you drag off and type cache, new save cache pose, you can click this cache pose after to rename it. I'm gonna rename mine rifle pose. And instead of copying this script each time, I can get rifle pose, use cache pose, rifle pose, and put that assault rifle. I can get this again. Default that by default I'm in rifle pose, and then when I have a pistol equipped, I want to switch these because the hands aren't doing the pistol motion, so I know these are backwards. Now they're in pistol motion. I know that's correct. Let's go into layer. Well, I'm not sure, so let's go to layer setup index branch filter. Let's add an index. I want this to be spine 01, spine underscore 01, blend depth is 1. Now let's test it. Let's add some speed, 900. Okay, so it is wrong. Idle pose. See if this is what I wanted. Right, so there's that. Let me try this with the pistol equipped. Okay. I go into the animation. Because I have pistol set. If I set it to none. I set speed back to 0. And test it. Here. It doesn't switch to pistol. We go to player character and make sure this is set to pistol. It is set to pistol. We go back to player character. Go to player character. Let's make this instance. And at the beginning, I'm going to set this to assault rifle. I'm going to name this enumeration. Default enumeration set. I'm going to call it assault rifle. Let's go to the event graph and we'll get the reference to it. We'll get weapon equipped enumeration. Player character. Default weapon equipped enumeration. Instance editable. Weapon equipped enumeration. Let's see if I can get weapon equipped enumeration. I want to set it into the one we have here. And then it'll update us. There we go. Okay. And then now my head is back to clipping because we changed animation modes. Let's go to animation, blueprint, and the animation graph. I want to get the layered blend per bone again. So this is the layered blend per bone. It's spine 03. And when I have pistol, I need to layer it again at spine 03. So I'm going to get the spine 03 layered blend per bone. Plug it into here. Idle pistol. Let's change it to pistol. And speed increase. Let's see how it is. If I've worked with it a little bit. It's fine here. And when I do the pistol, okay, so I still want to go into pistol. This output pose, I want that to be here. This to be here. This should be spine 03. Blend depth is 1. I'm gonna try that. Okay, so there we go, that's fine. That's one way to do the animation. Okay, so we added effects and we set the current weapon reference, so we can use current weapon reference based on what we have equipped at the time. We have an enum set for animations. We have the current weapon set, weapon enum set. In the weapon parent, we have map variables to set the spawn emitter attached and spawn sound attached. These are map variables. They take a value and they take a key and they output a value. Alright. The next time we'll work on giving the gun ammunition and dying ourselves. So thanks a lot for watching.